If you've got a lot of stuff, but you just need some basic storage, then the OZtrail 5-shelf camp cupboard is for you. Let's check it out. Hey guys, it's Lauren from Snowy's here. I have got the OZtrail 5-shelf cupboard with me today. It's a really excellent storage solution if you've got a lot of stuff, whether or not you're going for an extended trip or you've got a large family. It weighs around about 5 kilos and has pack dimensions of 59 centimeters across, 49 centimeters tall, and around about 9 centimeters wide. Let's take a look in the bag. So on the inside here, we've got this storage pocket which houses all 4 of your cupboard frame uprights. We have got the actual cupboard body here, the base of the frame, and the top of the frame that's built in. And we also have our 5 cupboard shelves. Now these are a laminated MDF with a rubber bumper. Our frame is a 14.5 mil powder coated steel tube, and we've got plastic hubs here as well. The fabric of the cupboard is 150 denier polyester, and we've got some mesh paneling on the door fronts here as well. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get all of our uprights and we'll click them together like so. They're all joined in the middle here with like a metal cable and a bit of elastic there, so they'll all click into place. All right, now once all 4 of your uprights are put together, we'll grab our cupboard body, and the top part of the cupboard will actually be on the ground, so you've got the free fabric here, and you'll find on the edges of each corner actually got this long fabric tube. So what we're going to do is thread the uprights, much like a dome tent, through this fabric sleeve and all the way down to the bottom here, where we're going to just slide it into the hub like so. Right, we'll do that with all 4 sides. Once all 4 of your side legs are on, we are going to get the base frame. So that will just simply click the hubs on to the bottom of these legs here, line them all up first, then just give them a quick little tap down to make sure they're on nice and firm. And lastly, we're going to Velcro the base to the frame. Now, from here, we are going to flip the cupboard and pop in our shelves. Start at the base here. Now, these can sometimes be a little bit fiddly or awkward to put in. Once you've got them through the door, they should be right. All right, now that is your 5th and final shelf in. Now, once set up, your dimensions are going to be about 57 centimeters across. We've got 47 centimeters deep and a height of about 140 centimeters. So I'm 171, about 5'7", so that gives you a bit of a point of reference to the height of the cupboard as well. Now on the side here, we have these dual mesh storage pockets, the same on the opposite side, just for a little bit of extra external storage. And 2 of the doors that we have on the front here will have the dual zip sliders. The shelves individually are rated at an 8 kilo maximum capacity. When I push on them, you know, they are obviously fairly rigid, but there's quite a bit of flexibility in there. So I think if you're going to be storing some heavy stuff, I'd be more inclined to put it down the bottom as opposed to up in these higher shelves. So that's about it for the OZtrail 5-shelf camp cupboard. I am going to load it up with some stuff and we'll get an idea of how much space we've got to work with. Right, now as you can see, I've packed this shelf pretty full. So in terms of space, we've got a lot going on here. The shelf itself is buckling a little bit. So if you're gonna be packing it full of kitchen stuff, you're probably gonna be wanting to put a little bit less on each of the shelves. However, if you're storing things like clothes or shoes or anything like that, you're pretty much gonna be able to go for your life with it. The shelf dimensions themselves are about 50 centimeters wide, about 40 centimeters deep. We've got a couple of different height measurements here. So the top shelf is around about 30 centimeters. Then you've got this shelf here, 1, 2, 3, that's that's at around about 25 centimeters, and your bottom shelf here is your shortest one, being about 20 centimeters tall. Now, being a really tall cupboard, stability is going to be a concern. So what we'll do is we'll zip up these front door panels here and we'll give it a bit of a stress test. So we're going front to back, a bit of a side to side, and a twist. So obviously when you're camping with your cupboard, you're not going to be putting it through the ringer like this, but it does give you a bit of an idea of the stability of the unit, and also shows why it's probably a good idea to keep that heavier stuff down the bottom. Right, so let's pack it up. All right, once we've emptied out the cupboard, the next step will be to remove all of your shelving. Once your shelves are out, we're going to flip your cupboard back upside down and release those bottom Velcro tabs. Once these are off, we're going to give the bottom a bit of a tap and pop them off the frame uprights. The next step is to remove your uprights. Now, sometimes this can be a little bit tricky if the bottom of the uprights is stuck in the frame, because they do come apart in the sleeve. So you just try and put a little bit of tension on the base of the frame and give the pole a bit of a pull. Now, once your frame's fully apart, we'll grab the bag and collapse down your poles. Now we'll pop in our base frame, the shelves, and the cupboard body. Just tuck it all in. It's a nice little pile there. And that's the OZtrail 5-shelf cupboard. It's perfect storage option for family campers or longer camping adventures. You can get it at snowies.com.au at our lowest prices every day. If you found this video helpful, give us a like. If you've got any questions or comments, chuck them below. You can head here to subscribe or here for more helpful videos. Catch you later, Snowies fam.